Those shares were absolutely phenomenal. Bettina, my heart, my prayers, my mind, my soul is with you and every single person who has lost anyone this year. Listen, I lost my dad June 14th of 2013. And what I will tell you is it seems like just yesterday. And that's only one. So to hear that you lost 90 people in the year of 2022, I can't even imagine. But what I do know is that you are right here, surrounded by so many amazing people. And for that, I just want to give you a kudos. And hey, everybody. Hey, I am Lolita E. Walker. I'm a certified life, leadership, and executive coach. I'm also a power speaker doing amazing things. And every single Thursday at 7:30 a.m., I come to you live for a power half an hour. And today is no different. Yes, I want to say hey to my Facebook community, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations. Hey, Clubhouse, Breakfast with Champions. I love you all so much. LinkedIn and YouTube, we are in all of the places, in all of the spaces, and of course on my podcast, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations. Yes, yes, and yes. Today, you all, it comes once a year. The time is now. What do we do when it's the first day, the last month of the year? Is it a push to get it all done? Is it a head start for what is to come? Or are you sitting back and thinking of what you could have done? I didn't even mean for that to rhyme, but today we are absolutely on a roll and I can't wait to get started with each and every one of you all. Before we do that, I just like Glenn Lundy, absolutely love just a little bit of music to get the thing done. And so let's go ahead and get into it. Hey y'all, hey, it is 7:30 a.m. Yes, this is Lolita E. Walker, and I am so excited to come to you today right here on Breakfast with Champions across all of the platforms. I'm here to bring you just a little bit of coaching, cocktails, and conversations. Coaching is where I leave you just with a couple nuggets to challenge your thinking. Cocktails is not about what you're sipping on. It's all about celebrating the greatness of who it is that you are. And then conversations is the juiciness that we are about to have for the next 30 minutes. Are you ready? I am too. Let's go. Hey, I love that. I get so super excited when that comes on. Sandra Brown said, love the music. I know I'm always in the background, just jamming. I hope you got a little bit of that too. Great morning, Dr. Walker. Hey, Jacqueline Underwood. Jackie, listen, I was listening to my podcast the other day. I listened to every single episode and I noticed that for the last couple of podcast episodes, I'm like, hey, Jackie Underwood. And so just want to give you a super shout out again, because you will be said again. That means that you clearly are a mainstay inside of my life. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you all. Listen, we only have a power half an hour. Okay, a power half an hour that we're going to go all the way in on this one right here. And what we're talking about today is the first day of the last month of the year. Wow, right? Where did the time go? Now, I usually leave you all with a power acronym, but today, because I want to get all of the things inside, I want to make sure that we talk about my top 10 list, okay? Now, I didn't put too much thought to this, but as I was thinking this morning, my best time is in the shower. I don't know where you guys get your creative juices from, but mine is absolutely in the shower. And then, of course, I have my most be-free space. Hey, Renee, how are you? Good morning. All right, so here's the thing. Now, they're in no particular order. Sometimes I say from 10 to 1, but today I'm just starting at 1. And this is how we walk into December, you guys. No matter what year you're listening to this thing, no matter what replay you're listening to, this is how we're walking into the end of this year and the start of next year. Are you ready? Now, I want to hear which one of these resonate with you and if you believe that you're walking into it too this way. Because not everybody is like Lolita E. Walker, but there's some of you guys that are going to feel exactly what I'm saying. So the first is we're going to start and we're going to end with a celebration. Okay. I want to celebrate. And sometimes we don't feel like celebrating, but what I want you to know is that where I drive a lot of my power, my passion, and my purpose is by celebrating my small wins. And I talk about the small wins board all of the time. So I want to pull it into a little bit for you all, because some of you all might not have heard it, even though I say it all of the time. If you don't have a small wins board inside of your space, let me tell you what it is. It literally is a board you have. So for December, it'll have 1 through 31 because there's 31 days in December. Okay. And I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way down so I can keep up with what day is what. Okay. Beside of that, so that's on the left-hand column. Okay. Across the row On the top row, I love Excel. Across the top row, you're going to have everybody in your household. So for me, it's 4 people. So we have all the names across, and I do it at my Women's Weekend Renewal Retreat. So I know some of you all are here inside of the room. And what we do every single day is write one small win, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 0. But you're going to write one small win. And the power of that, okay, is that at the end of the month, you can read them all down and you can say, oh my gosh, I am celebrating and watch the amazingness happen, you guys. I'm leaning in as if you all are right here with me, but I want you to know that this is a power play, and I encourage you to do that. You can start today. You know why? Because it's the start of the last month of the year. All right. You can start it at any time. So no matter when you are listening to this, put up your small wins board. And I want to make sure that you're writing one small win a day. We're going to start and we're going to end with a celebration, because every single day you are bringing something to the world. And I want you to know that. Renee said, I get some great downloads in the shower. Absolutely. Kimberly Manning said, good morning, good morning. And then we have Sandra Brown doing a happy dance right there, celebrating all of the things. Okay. So we're starting with the celebration. And if you think about what you want to celebrate as your small win from yesterday, just think about, what is a small win that you've had yesterday? What is a small win that you had yesterday? Some people say, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what I did in the last hour, but I want to challenge you in this moment, in this time, to think about what's one thing that you are actually proud of that you did yesterday. It could be, I got a nap yesterday. It could be, I actually got out and I took myself out to lunch. Whatever that is, there is absolutely no judgment, but I want you to think about, what is that thing that you did yesterday that you want to say, you know what, I am thankful and happy that I actually did that thing. Think about it. That's only number 1. We're going to keep on going. The second is, how am I going to close the year? Okay, how am I going to close the year? So that to-do list, that thing you said you were going to do this year, guess what? It is almost the end of the year, but we still got 30 more days, you guys, and 31 if we include today. So cross off the things. Stop putting pressure on yourself. What if we crossed off the things that, because we reprioritized some amazingness inside of our lives? And then I'm going to hit that on number 3, because when I look at my Be Me board, which is right across, some people call it a vision board, but I like to kick it up another notch, because the things that we do to build this Be Me board, being all of you throughout the course of the year, is very important. So when you have your vision board, I want you to look at it. I'm looking at my 2022s right in front of me right now. And as I look at that, and it says Dr. Lolita in 2022, right? All of these things are going to come to me, right? And I'm doing and I'm moving into things. So I want you to move into your 2022 board, and I want you to just start writing on there. Start writing on there all of the things you did that's related to that goal that you had right there. And here's the thing. Sometimes you have to think even bigger, better, bolder than what you were thinking inside of that moment, because maybe it manifested in a different type of way. I want you to think about that. And maybe sometimes you have to replace that with something magical that you did this year, because you didn't even see it in the forefront, because you hadn't even thought that big. And I want you to give yourself permission to make sure. Now, you see how that's leaning into you celebrating your wins? Yes. Sometimes we don't go back to our vision board. Sometimes we don't think back and we don't reflect. This is a moment to do just that. So yes, I said, let's celebrate. Let's write it down. Yes, I said that this is a small wins board. Yes, I said, how am I going to close off the year? Because we're going to cross off the things that we know we're not going to get to, right? We make SMART goals. And there's so many things we did throughout the course of the year. Bettina was talking about, she lost 90 people this year. So I don't expect that she would have gotten every single thing done, but what can she do? She can talk about the things that happened inside of her life, the reprioritization that she made, the things that she didn't see that was happening this year. And then when she begins to write that, and how she started to get towards her goals, when she starts talking about how she now is spending more time with family, what the reflection is, how she shifted. Now we're starting to see the wins. We are winning every single day, you all, every single day. Through the good and the bad, I thank God for the good and the bad, because it's only inside of those tough times when we sometimes gain those lessons, and God decides to let me help her shift her thinking and her seeing just a little bit. I hope this is resonating with you. Then I have here, remember those that you lost along the way. And this is not only for Bettina. This is for, I heard Linnell talking this morning. This is for, I talk about my dad all the time. This is for, COVID happened during the course of this year. There's so much loss, right? Last week when I did the episode here, then people were calling out. I want you to call out somebody who was inside of your life that you just want to give a super shout out to. Sometimes we need to remember those people. And in this one right here in my top 10 list, I have remembered those that you lost along the way and write down how they've impacted your life. Oh my gosh. Write down how they impacted their life. So I can see Bettina right now having 1 through 90 and listing all of those amazing people who were in her life and what breadcrumb did they leave for you on their road. How are we celebrating them and how are you living inside of them every single day? I want you to think about, who have you lost this year and what breadcrumb did you pick up along the way? Because like I tell you all the time, guess what? When I walk in a room, I walk in with my cape on and I walk in and I give this power. When Bettina walks in a room, when Gina walks in a room, when Crystal walks in a room, with Christina walks in a room, you already bring all of you into that room. You're leaving breadcrumbs every single day. The aura of who it is that you are, the essence of who it is that you are, the being of who it is that you are, because we know tomorrow is not promised, because we know we might be on that list of 90 people in somebody's life, but I want to be on that list and know that they picked up a breadcrumb. Oh, so good. Make sure you're listening in, because when I open it up, I want to hear from you guys on whether it is that you're shouting out somebody and you're saying, this is the breadcrumb that I picked up. Or whether you're saying, you know what, Lolita, I'm looking at my Be Me board right now. I'm looking at my vision board right now. And although I didn't hit that goal right there, let me tell you the 3 things that I absolutely did do. That is worth the celebration. What if you're saying, oh my gosh, Lolita, this small wins board is magical and I actually just started one today. I'm all in. I can't wait for you to go on my Instagram, hey, Coach Walker, and let me know what you thought about whatever it is that you're taking out from today. Oh, so good. All right. So let's keep on going down this list. Only have 30 minutes with you all, which means I only have about 12 more minutes. Listen, this says, say it out loud. Your dreams are worth the bullhorn. Your dreams are worth the bullhorn. I have a bullhorn in here. It's not mine. I borrowed it for a friend during the campaign season. And the other day, Walker walked in. He's like, can I say something in here? Yeah, say it out loud. Say it out loud. Say your dreams out loud. I love that Dr. Janie this morning was like, you know what? You want to be on a Forbes stage? Call me. You want to be on a TEDx stage? Say it out loud. There's somebody who actually has been on a TEDx stage before. Dr. Janie talked to you today. I'm talking to you right now. You want to be on Good Morning America? I tell you all the time that Robin Roberts, I'm on my way. You might not know yet, but Robin Roberts interviewing me on Good Morning America is coming. Say your dreams out loud. In 2022, I said my dreams out loud, right? Sometimes when we're just talking about what we see for our future, we don't even recognize that we're saying our dreams out loud. It doesn't have to be a big task, you guys. It literally is talking about where you see yourself in your future state. I talk to myself all the time in my future state. I hope you're talking to yours, right? It was inside of this form that I said, you know what? In 2022, Dr. Lolita E. Walker, come on, you deserve greatness. And as I kept on saying that, I told you all before, it was Dr. Sean Shapiro who said, well, I'm sorry, did you already apply? Because you've been talking about this thing forever. And I said, oh, well, no, I haven't really applied yet, but let me check it out, right? If you're going to talk about it, somebody is going to hold you accountable for it. If you're going to talk about it, then be about it. And when you show up in all of you, sometimes there's somebody listening because people want to help you. They just don't know how, right? People want to help you. They just don't know how. So here's the thing right here. Dr. Sean Shapiro said, well, did you apply? And then he kept on talking about it. So yeah, I applied. Then I got a scholarship. Then Dr. Shapiro actually wrote me a recommendation. Come on. Sometimes you don't know what is already in your way. It's right there waiting for you. Talk it out loud. I get so super excited about all of the things. Barbara Cook James said, Grand Rising, I am grateful that yesterday I was able to spend time with my elderly parents and support my mentally challenged sister. Thank you, Barbara. You know, here's the thing about Dr. Barbara. I told you guys before, but I met Dr. Barbara. She was interested in helping me with my campaign, right? My campaign to the school board. And she reached out to me via my website, my business website, lolitawalker.com. And she put 15 minutes on a schedule for us to chat. And she said, hey, I wanted to help you with your campaign. I want to know what it is that I could do to help you with your campaign. But then I started Googling you. Then I started looking at the things that you were doing. Then I started getting all in. Now she's in coaching, cocktails, and conversations. Now she's helping me. Now I put her on a forum for wellness with the PTSA that I'm on. Talk about it, you guys. Reach out to somebody, you all. There's nothing like a power network. And here's the thing, we got one. We might not be using it, but now is the time. Let me get back to this top 10 list. All right. I'm so out of order on here. I don't know what number we're up to because I started saying them out of order, but just keep track and hang on tight, okay? Love on a loved one. Love on a loved one. Love on a loved one. When's the last time that you loved on a loved one? And I'm not talking about the folks in your house. Now, you know, you might not have loved on them too because we're so busy. I could talk about my son Walker, right? I'm so busy. But when's the last time I just held him and was like, what's up? Today's our day. I took him to see Black Panther. Today's our day. It was late night too. I was like, come on, let's get out of the house at 10 o'clock at night. Knowing he should be in bed. But guess what? That's the time that I had, and he felt so amazingly special. Let's grab this big bucket of popcorn, right? Let's hang out, mommy and son. Now, I've seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever 3 times. So I did kind of take a nap at the first one and the second one. But the good news is by the third one, I had seen all of the aspects, right? It was so good. It was so good. But the point is that you got to make the time for the moments. Make sense? Make sense. Okay. Kimberly Manning said, oh my goodness, I so needed this as I prepare for my TV show. Come on, Kimberly Manning, and congratulations on your TV show. Yes. Let's celebrate that win up front. Right. So this is a prime example. So on your small wins board, right? TV show. Yes. I prepared for a TV show. I got some inspiration today. And guess what? I'm off to the races. Just as simple as that. So good. I love that you guys are leaning in and thinking about how these can apply to you. All right. Love on a loved one. Do something special for somebody today. Do something special for you today. Okay. Next. All right. Sometimes at the end of the year, we feel all of this overwhelm. We feel the pressure. I feel pressure because I have a proposal that is due and I haven't started on it yet, you guys. I don't know what the problem is. Procrastination is the devil's playground. It really is. I have done all of the things except for the thing that I need to do. And I'm talking to somebody today at 11 o'clock to talk about my progress. So I will make progress. But gosh, you guys, right? How long have I known that this was due, right? Your boxes of overwhelm. Now I do this exercise with my clients, but then I shared it with you guys before, but I want to share it again. If you feel in this amazing overwhelm because it's the end of the year and you have all of these things that you think you need to do, release the pressure. Let me give you some thoughts on how you can do that. Here's a consideration. You write out some boxes. I love boxes. So write the box, draw the box. And then you write, what is it that's giving you overwhelm? And then what is it that you absolutely have to do inside of that? What is Lolita's role? Because here's what we likely will find out is that you're doing all of the things and some of the things are not your things to do. Therefore, release it and only do the things that you need to do. Why? Because we're going to delegate. We're going to do it. We're going to delegate or we're going to disappear. That's the 3 Ds. Do it, delegate, disappear. Figure it out. You got it. You are one person. You are only one person. Release the stress. Give it to God. Right? Absolutely. Okay. Let's keep on going. Call on your strong friends. Call on your strong friends, y'all. Call on your strong friends. Check them out. Make sure they're all right. Are you a strong friend? I'm a strong friend. I'm a strong friend. And not too many people call the strong friends to literally just say, hey, how you feeling? How you feeling? And then what usually happens with the strong friend, let me talk about myself. I don't know if it happens with all of the friends. I have a couple of strong friends. I have a lot of strong friends. And they start talking about something else that they've done to help somebody else out. No, I'm really talking about you. I just really want to know how you were doing. You, yourself, you right there. And give yourself some time to really listen. Check on your strong friends. Okay. All right. Then I have leap, and leap. Leap, you guys. It's the end of the year. Make this count. Make it count. Whether your leap is into rest and relaxation, whether your leap is into doing something amazing for your business, whether your leap is into closing it out just how you anticipated, whether your leap is finally looking at that Be Me board, your vision board, and looking all around it and saying, yes, yes, I made action towards this, right? I made action towards this. My last three things I did, they're not even on here, but look at the amazingness of what that is. Yes, you all. This is the first day of the last month of the year. It only happens once a year. It only happens once a year. And this is your time. This is your time. All right. I want to open it up because I have 10 more minutes. And so before I go all in, once again, I want to give the opportunity for somebody to share. Is there anybody that wants to share? Okay. Dammy said, do it, delegate, or disappear. Yes, yes, yes. Hashtag true word. Yes. Isra said that she survived stage 4 cancers 9 years, 5 months, 2 weeks, 1 day ago, and 2 major surgeries. And yes, I am a walking miracle. I will survive, even better, thrive in 2022, 2023, personally and professionally. Thank you. Yes, yes, and absolutely yes. That is a super shout out to Isra. Congratulations. My mom is a cancer survivor. My grandmother, who is about to be 92 in January, is a cancer survivor. My father passed from cancer, but had such an amazing life while he was here. You talk about breadcrumbs that I'm picking up. I have aunts who survived cancer. So what I want to say to you is keep on going. And I'm so excited that you decided to share that with us today. Yes, yes, and yes. Coach Zaldua, thank you so much. Champions, champions, champions. Yes, I see that Isra also said that COVID is not out of our lives. It's not out of our lives. So move with intention, you all. And the numbers are starting to come back up. Move with intention and be safe along this holiday season. Jackie said, listen to this, guys. Those boxes work. Come on through, Dr. Walker. Yes, they work. Do the work, you guys. And Sandra said, walking miracles. Oh, what a testimony. All right. Anybody want to jump in? Because I'm going to keep on
I'll
going.
jump in.
Okay. Hey.
Hey, this is Brian speaking.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Lolita. Yeah, um, and I usually never in these rooms in the morning. So, but happy last month of December.
Thank you.
And as I wrote on my Facebook post, don't take your foot off the pedal just because it's the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to say that my own father has survived cancer twice, and so I live every day to the fullest, and you know I get a lot of inspiration, of course, from the Friday night rooms that we're a part of, and many other spaces on here, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing what is in store for me this month, what opportunities can come about with potential. With potential, there's a few nonprofits that want my expertise, and there's a potential deal of joining a clothing line at some point. Um, Nothing concrete, but the fact that people are thinking of me for things, and all of us with all the work that we do, and yeah, just lots of gratitude and inspiration from Breakfast with Champions. So thank you all for inspiring this man with autism right here, and I yield the mic.
Brian, thank you so much. And congratulations to all of these blessings that are coming your way. I love to think of blessings like rain, right? Like rain, it's just coming down, coming down, coming down. And sometimes we have our umbrella up, and sometimes we don't take the time to dance inside of the rain and really feel all of the blessings that God has for us because we're so in one lane and we're so stagnant. And so for Brian, one of the things that I want to shout out Brian for is yes, he mentioned that he is autistic, but autism does not not define who it is that Brian is. And even when folks say, Brian, you know, I don't want you to do that in a mode of protecting Brian, Brian has gone out on his Instagram and he is all the way out there, and I love it. He is educating at the same time as he is inspiring and motivating. And so, Brian, yes, here is the 2022 and ushering in a head start to 2023 with all of the blessings that you have. In the room that he talks about on Friday night that we're in is Monica Floyd's room, Trials to Triumphs, and it's just so amazing. So we invite you guys to do that as well on the Clubhouse app if you are there. So thank you so much, Brian. And one of these days you'll make it to LA where I could see you in person, or we'll meet somewhere else. But I'm really excited about you actually lifting your voice inside of this space. Thank you. And that's a win. That is absolutely a win for today. Thanks, Brian. Anybody else before we continue? Okay. So I have been accused of not waiting long enough for people to add into the conversation because I move. And so I just wanted to make sure that I gave the space. Yes, we are walking miracles. And so before I turn this over to the mom link in only a couple of minutes, I wanted to make sure we go through this list one more time so you can consider which one of these you want to grab onto today. Listen, this is not the end. I don't want anybody going into the bed and saying, oh my gosh, I didn't accomplish this. I didn't accomplish this. Well, guess what? What can you do in these 31 days, right? In these 31 days, what are you going to commit to? Because it is the end to an amazing year, right? No matter if you had loss, no matter if you've experienced not everything you wanted, but there are wins that I want you to celebrate in the course of this year, this thing right here, all right? Or is it a head start to 2023 like Brian talked about right now? Oh, absolutely. It is a head start to the greatness that I already foresee for myself. Do the work, right? Or is it a time to just say, you know what? I didn't get this done. I didn't get this done. Well, if in fact you go down that route, I want you to end that with, but this is what I did do. All right. That is what I want to leave you all with today. So yes, let's celebrate at the beginning and at the end. Let's remember those that we lost along the way. And let's talk about the breadcrumbs that they left inside of our lives, right? Let us look at our Be Me board. What did you do toward those goals that you already had? And then what did you replace those things with? Because that is the true celebration. I want you to say your dreams out loud because your dreams are worth the bullhorn. Make sense? I know. I love it too. Love on a loved one. Boxes of overwhelm, get them out, get them on paper, cross them off because we're going to do it. We're going to delegate it, or we're going to disappear, right? Do it, delegate it, or disappear, and then move over. How are you going to close out this year? Cross them off, right? It's the end of the year. You got 31 days. I want you to make these SMART goals. What is it that that's measurable for the end of this year? What are you going to commit to? Some are going to go ahead across the waistline because guess what? They become distractions because you've done so much amazing work. So just let them go. Let them go. It's okay. They can either go on to 2023 or you might just leave them right here because what you recognize is that they were not prioritized at all this year. So they might not have been that exciting to do or something that was going to add to your life. Give yourself permission to let it go. All right. Call on your strong friends, then leap, then leap, then leap, because it's time to celebrate. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again next week. Thanks, y'all.